So, in order to understand what type 1 diabetes is, it's important to step back and realize or try to understand what diabetes in general is. So, we refer to this as diabetes mellitus, or also colloquially known as sugar diabetes. And there are actually many types of diabetes mellitus. But the basic concept is the same, and that is that you have high blood sugars. And the only way that these blood sugars are high is that there's not enough insulin. So insulin is a hormone that comes from the pancreas. So this diagram sort of illustrates the basic idea of diabetes and what it is. And again, this is sugar diabetes or diabetes mellitus. There is another type of diabetes that should not be confused with this diabetes called water diabetes, but we'll leave that aside. So the concept here is that you have this pancreas. It's a very fragile organ that sits behind our stomach. And it makes a lot of different hormones as well as digestive enzymes. The hormone insulin, which is the key regulator of glucose or sugar here, comes from a part of the pancreas called the beta cells. Okay, so in essence, this is sort of what happens from day to day, is that we take in food. Most of our food contains carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are broken down through a variety of mechanisms, starting in the mouth, down to the stomach, into glucose and sugar molecules. Once your pancreas detects that there is enough sugar and your blood sugar starts to rise, it releases insulin in a very regulated manner. And insulin is essentially what allows sugar that is floating in your bloodstream to enter other organs, such as the liver, or your muscles, or your brain. And if you don't have this insulin, which you can think of as a key that opens a lock, sometimes you think of it as a bridge. If you don't have enough insulin, this sugar cannot get to where it needs to go, into the cell in these organs. And so then it floats around in the bloodstream. So insulin unlocks the what we call the receptor, or basically the lock that allows sugar to enter the cell. And sugar in turn makes energy. So that's why we all eat, is to make energy, power ourselves so we can go about our lives. And so if you don't have enough insulin, this sugar cannot enter the cell and cannot in turn make energy. And so you don't have enough energy, you don't power the body, and then it causes some dire consequences. And so at the end of the day, what's important to understand is that diabetes mellitus is a condition in which your body simply does not have enough insulin and therefore cannot use the sugar or the energy you eat adequately. I will say one more thing, and that is that insulin is not only just to maintain blood sugars. You need it for survival for a variety of reasons, and in children especially, this includes growth and other metabolic reasons. So the answer here to, maybe I just don't need to take, I don't want to take insulin, therefore I won't eat carbs, is the wrong answer, because you need insulin for a lot more than just sugar. But this diagram is a simplification of what diabetes is and why we think about insulin.